Hey, Luke,
Did you all eat breakfast? Because this pony did not. I did not eat any type of breakfast, so it's like
I'm stuck. Most importantly, are you ready to be a reinventor?
a lot of people, when they first start streaming, they always presume that the streamer knows what they're doing, right? Also, oi, how you doing? They also like to presume that the streamer knows what they're doing. I can safely tell you right now that no, we don't. we don't know what we're doing all the time. Flutter Chicas, good to see you. How are you? Today's topic is on OCD. So if you would like to share anything about your experience with OCD, please do so. It's going to be more of a chill type stream. You're doing good, fantastic. Max Dutura, welcome, how you doing? I'm multi-streaming Flutter Chica, so I'll be talking to two different people. Fluoride, how you doing? Good to see you. So yeah, I'm doing a multi-stream. It'll be for 2 hours. So 2 hour topics. Definitely just want to just talk. Dextor, hello, how you doing? How was your stream? I do apologize, I wasn't able to make it. I had other affairs to attend to, but I'm just glad that your stream went well. I saw that you were getting lots of views and whatnot. So today's topic is just on OCD, how it affects you. Sorry about that. I was just wishing somebody. Anytime. I appreciate that. United States Civil Historian, how you doing? I'll get some music playing in the background so that way you don't just have to hear my voice just drowning out everything. I believe the reason why, you know, people like hearing music in the background is that it's like a stimuli for them. It keeps their attention span, if that's what they call it. It keeps their attention span going. If there's something going on in the background, then they pretty much have like an understanding of like what's happening, I guess. Not really entirely sure. I like all types of music, so sometimes I listen to rock, sometimes I listen to metal, sometimes I listen to death metal, sometimes I listen to screamo, sometimes I listen to jazz and blues. It just depends on what I choose to listen to. So yeah. But yeah, I just want you all to know that we don't know what we're doing. We're just trying. You know, we just try. We just do what we can, and that's it. And we just talk. So, Electric Dog, how you doing? Big shout out to Flutter Chica. I appreciate you. But yes, if you don't know what OCD is, Flutter Chica, it stands for Obsessive Compulsive Disorder. I know you don't like me saying that word, TikTok, but it's the actual term. If you have a problem with that, you can contact the creators of the Diagnostical Manual 5. I'm glad you're doing good. I'm glad you're doing fantastic. But yes, that's what OCD is. So, real quick, before I get started officially, brain for today. I don't need to deal with no rain. Right. I didn't really have a hello. How you doing? I didn't really have like anything planned for this particular stream. I just thought I'd just stream for the heck of it. Not really in a game mood, so sorry. I know you all like to see me play games, but don't really want to play any games right now. I've been playing a lot of Rivals of A for 2, an amazing game. I'm addicted to it. I need a little break from it, and I'll get back to it. So, but yeah, I got VR working. VR is now working as it should. and my stream is actually going to be a little bit longer because I'm actually going to be recording. I'm not only going to do my stream, but I'm also going to be recording my my second VR wrestling match. I've done the first wrestling match. Thank you, Xander Silver, for the opportunity, and it was lots of fun. I really enjoyed it. I got my first victory, and then I ended up being, you know, sitting around in a pool of my own blood. So, but Tuesday will definitely be a very energetic stream. I think I've already stated all I'm going to do, but I'll just go over it. But yeah, this is just like an extra stream. I just figured why not. Cornelius, how you doing? Everyone please support Y. And everyone please support Dextor. And everyone please support everyone that you see is a streamer. We all know how brutal the algorithm can be. So let's just all just continue to support one another. Thanks so much for 733 likes. The goal is still the same with the horror candles. I'm not changing that. It's 50 horror candles. And don't forget, when you share the live, just type in hashtag LiveFest2024. It definitely helps up the channel. I'm going to do my very best to at least have a new TikTok ready for you all every day. I'm not entirely sure of how long I can keep that up, but I will do my best. I have a plethora of ideas. I just finished my recording for one, and now I'm going to do another one. Oh, thank you. I appreciate the edit. D20, how's it going? Today we're talking about OCD and your thoughts on it. What was the question? It was, how has OCD affected you? So I should have titled it to, how has OCD affected you this year? So I guess we can go ahead and get started on that. Otherwise, I'm going to keep blabbering on. I heard you say plethora. Had to say hi. Ah, plethora. A plethora. I love big fancy words. Also, Succubus Gaming Bev, how you doing? Fallout Man, good to see you. But D20, how's it going? How's everything on your end? How are you and your lover doing? I'm just going off of 5 hours of sleep. Thanks so much for the like, D20. Toasted Tosh, how you doing? So, but yeah. I don't want to blabber on, blah, 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 so I'll just go ahead and get started. A good example of how OCD has affected me personally was, oh man, I guess I can use a recent example that happened yesterday. I'm pretty much like a perfectionist, and I like things done in a certain way, but I'm very open to like new ways how things are done. So I'm kind of like the type where I work by a schedule, you know. Do this, brush your teeth, make sure you take a shower, work out around this time, in this time frame, make sure adults take care, yada, yada, yada. That's just how us folks with OCD are. We just like everything just tame, organized, and orderly. But me personally, because I had to deal with that throughout most of my life, I do my best to try to like keep a little bit of that disorder just to make things a little bit more interesting, you know, more enticing instead of just doing the same thing. It was really bad when I was young. Like I would just do this, and this, and that's it. And of course, many wonderful individuals in my life had to teach me about how to just go with the flow, and that was hard for me. So a good example from recently was I was doing my job, and I just do my usual. I check the attendance, make sure everyone's accounted for. I had plans because I wanted to spend time with someone for their birthday. And thanks so much, Dextor, for the share. Don't forget to type in hashtag LiveFest2024. And as I was, you know, just doing everything, I get a call from one of the workers, right? Someone that I've known for almost 2 years. And she stated to me that she was dealing with technical issues. Now, some of you will be like, just transfer her over to, you know, whoever tech support is. I work weekends, so tech support is kind of, thank you so much D20 for sharing the live. Tech support is kind of limited, if that makes sense. So it's like, it's there, sometimes it's not there, and it's like there's someone that I can always rely on, but we have to be very cautious of how often we use it, otherwise we'll be wasting their time. So, tech support isn't free on our end. So, I simply just, was honest. I said, hey, I'll be over there in 5 minutes. Now, old me would have probably, start having goosebumps and start scratching at their skin and whatnot, having, anxiety because I'm like, well, wait a minute. I got here, right on time. I'm doing my paperwork. I got all this done. And then I got two other residents talking about, oh, I can't connect to the Wi-Fi. Oh, this and this and this. Oh, this individual's getting on my nerves. And Cornelius, welcome back. So it's just like, oh my goodness, just so much. Beautiful, wonderful lad in the Russian. How you doing? So it was just a lot. So I was like, okay, let me get this done and get this taken care of. And I'm rushing, trying to do my welders check, my second one. And rush downstairs. Someone talks about, oh, we're visiting, so I had to input their name in there. I couldn't do that, and then I had to deal with the volunteers not knowing what to do. So a lot of that I had to do. I had to do a lot of extra planning ahead to avoid having like panic attacks and whatnot. So OCD in a way is where I like just constantly just do certain behaviors. So like if someone tells me, I need you to do this for me, yada yada yada, my brain will interpret it as, there's a deadline for this, but just keep doing it until they say stop. So if my sensei told me, do this 50 times, my brain will interpret it as 100 times, do double the work, like do a roundhouse kick, whatever. My brain interprets do 100 times. And research on Wendigo, how you doing? Ronaldo, how you doing? My brain will interpret it as, do that, do double, and do a little research that way you will remember. And also, Dextor, thanks so much for the gifts. So OCD, right? It's nothing that's scary. It's just a way of life for some people, and it's just how our brains operate and work. And when things are disorderly or out of control, like for example, let's just say someone just happens to meet someone and they call them a friend, and we thank you took why, yeah, how you doing, we do that, and then we pride ourselves and be committed and making sure that there's, especially Virgos, Sarah Cutie, how you doing? We make sure that this is done, this is done, this is done. But Zion White, how you been? No, you're fine. And what we'll do is we'll try to plan everything out a little bit too quickly, and when stuff just happens, like death in the family or something happened with a pet, or there was some unfortunate news, then our energy levels tend to go down a bit, and then we try to do what we can to bring them back up, which causes us to kind of distance ourselves from certain people, because we had that fear of, we don't want to hurt no one, we don't want to bother anyone, we don't want to burden them with our problems and our issues. Kazuto, how you doing? So that's just what we would do. We would just try to figure it out ourselves. We'll try to plan it out ourselves. The first rejection that we ever receive in our lives, we don't take it to heart, but we take it as a lesson and say, okay, there was a reason why I was rejected. So it's just, the brain just keeps going and 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 going. And that's just how OCD is for me. It just keeps going and going. So to prevent that, I educate myself. I read books. I love reading about psychology. I love reading about how the human brain works, because it helps me. It trains my brain to know I'm not the only one. I'm not a freak of nature that goes through this. I have these similar interests. Sky, how you doing? So with all of that being said, that's why one of the things that I've been doing a lot lately is not saying yes Yes, I can do this. Yes, I can help with this. Yes, I say something like, let me check my schedule. I'll get back with you. At this time, I can't. Sorry, I can't. This prevents, heartbreak. This prevents issues. This prevents miscommunication. And, that's just what happens. So, like, OCD is just, we just tend to do the same things over and over again. But what I try to do is I try to add a little difference to it. If we like something, we want it to stay that way and we want it to be approved upon. So like if a game is good, Lizando, how are you doing? If something is good, we want it to stay good, but we also want improvements. If something is bad, then our moods are just all over the place. It's like happy, sad, a little distressed, a little frustrated. And then to avoid ourselves from being shown as someone immature, we conceal that emotion. We conceal whatever emotion we're feeling and try to find something else to hinder it, if that makes sense. Dextor, thanks so much for the gifts and the GGs. So when people ask me, right, how come you don't talk to me as much or yada yada, that's just a thing. So as perfectionists, especially if you have OCD and perfectionists, say, hey Trini, how you doing? We tend to stop ignoring my Discord messages, Wilkins. Osium Oren. Hey, how's it going? What's your Discord name, by the way, Osium? Because the name sounds very familiar. And I can definitely assure you that I check Discord every day and I don't Osium Oren. I don't think I've ever heard of you. Let me check you out. Very chill. Let me see if I've ever added you. Clicked on your Discord, says page not found. About you. Okay, so I'm checking your Twitch, and you might want to change the link to your Discord because it's giving me an error message. I will prove this to you. Let me copy link address. So I'm glad you came to my stream. Oh, hey Garda, how's it going? Why'd you change your name? Garda? Yes, if you have any questions about the Cordelia model, I'm talking to Miss Sprite as we know it. I actually talked to them like a few moments ago. Feel free to talk to her about it and provide her the funds because she's the only one that can fix it. But it's good to see you, Garda. Blue the Fox, how you been? How's college and stuff? Oh wait, you already done with college. You just have to take care of your business. How's the business coming along? But yeah, so that was a good example right there of OCD where we analyze the message and we're like, well, wait a minute, what's going on? And then we try to like pinpoint what could have caused this and then try to figure out a way to like prevent it from happening again. So perfectionism, OCD, we definitely love to wash our hands a lot. We are neat freaks. Oh yes, right back to what I was saying. So after all this, right, got all that taken care of. I'm celebrating Starlight. Also, by the way, happy after birthday, Starlight. Hope your birthday has been amazing, which I've heard it was. So I and many others, your friends and whatnot, were happy that you had a birthday. Also to Loopy Roses, I've heard about what happened with your friend. My deepest condolences, and I hope things get better for you. If you don't know, Loopy Roses is a good friend of mine. Definitely check her out. And give her all the encouragement if you see her live, either on the Purple, the Red, or even on here on TikTok. So find them, like their TikToks. 3 a day, please, so you don't mess with her numbers because she works really hard. And yeah, that's definitely something that highly recommended you do. So how my brain works is how my brain works. Okay, one moment I'm talking, the next moment I go from A to B to C. And you thought that was bad? When I was young, it used to be horrible. I would go from talking about the Pythagorean theorem to politics to the origin of water. So yeah, Duke Marriott, how you doing? Ugh. But yeah, here's the kicker of a true example of OCD. So as I was working, right, and I got everything taken care of, I go to get something to eat from the volunteer because I'm hungry. And thank you so much for the GGs and the other GGs. And I go to the volunteer table. Everything looks great. The mac and cheese looks divine. The green beans look kind of smushed, but still good. I checked their sandwiches. Sandwiches look good, but for some reason I just didn't want it. And I was a little cautious. User 358408004. Oh, never mind. How you doing? Guess I didn't read it fast enough. 0348. It's like that. Right, sorry. So, as I was done with all of that, right? Celebrating Starlight's birthday and everything. VR, wonderful birthday. Amazing, fantastic. And of course, going to... okay, I was talking about what was going on with the volunteers. So, check the sandwiches. They looked good, but something told me, don't eat it. And then I go and check the... everything else. And I was like, okay. So, everything looks good. It's just something told me, nah. So I took a little piece of their pie with whipped cream. Like they just gave me so much food. The only thing I ate was their mac and cheese and greens. But everything else, I just left it for the other residents to eat. For some strange reason, also, Cheg Jules 98, how you doing? For some strange... Thanks so much for 2,000 likes. My goodness. Thank you. But for some strange reason, something just told me don't eat it. And then what was also strange was the other resident looked at me, and either she was observing me, because she looks at me like you always like eat all the food, but maybe it's just the fact that I got over a pretty bad virus for over 3 weeks. So, Lasso Calyx, how you doing? So, I'm not sure, but either way, I'm glad that I listened, because there was something definitely going on with that pork. And honestly, eating pork isn't really all that good for you. But if you eat it every once in a while, you're fine. But if you eat it all the time, not so great. I mean, heck, my grandmother lived to see 93 and 8 pig's feet. So, so there's that. I don't know what to tell you. You're going to have to talk to the artist. I have nothing to do with that. I'm too busy trying to get the General Gong avatar taken care of. They're currently trying to get it put together for Unity and PC. Then I'm going to work on the mares out. And that's going to cost me a good 100 something bucks. So, but anything doing with the Princess Cordelia, you just going to have to talk to people and get it done. Get her done! I have nothing to do with that. I talked to Nebby, and Nebby pretty much told me the same thing, like, you're going to have to talk to other artists. I said, okay, understandable. So, me and Jack got a lot planned for this last week of Halloween. Ooh, what you got planned, bro? How you been, trucker? How's the truck driving adventures going on? Also, Ethan back 99, thanks so much for the follow. Appreciate it. And I forgot to state this, but DJ Z, thanks so much for the... Hey, I just wanted to say you have an amazing stream. Really impressive work. I'd love to connect you as a friend and fan. If you're up for it, feel free to add me on Discord. Question possible. Question. What is it that you like about my stream? Because I can assure you right now, and I have. Thanks so much for the follow, by the way. I can assure you right now that over on the Purple, um, I've been streaming for 3 years, and I have watched multiple videos. I've seen what other streamers do, and I try my best to reach partner for over, around that time span. So I look at my streams and I say they could be better, you know. If granted, if I had a little bit more of everything looked more great on the financial side, where I can opt in a little bit more. But I appreciate the compliment. I'll definitely consider it. But I would like to know, what is it that you actually like about my Purple streams. Me personally, if I look back, I would say what I like about my Purple streams is mostly the psychology talks and the questions that I asked. But I understand that not a lot of people like to be asked questions. Asking questions can sometimes induce unnecessary stress to the user, especially if they're already going through a lot. So I like to teach and motivate because that's fun. And I do like to play games, but I sometimes just have moments where I just don't like playing games. But according to that, that's a crime to say that. That's a crime to not want to play games. You have to do what everyone else does. So you all are starting to see how my OCD works. So you not are only getting like a definition of OCD, but you're also seeing it live on stream. So you're seeing a live example of like how it works, how it functions and processes. Tired a few days for Halloween, the truck project. Oh, okay. Nice. Tell me more about this truck project. Also, question of the day is, who are you all going to be for Halloween? Frost, how you doing? Hey, listen, do you want to play some Forza and what's that one game called? My favorite game. No, my brain, don't do this to me. It's that one. It's one of my favorite games. I forgot what it's called. I have to look it up. It's okay. It's the one with the Fennec Fox, and there's guns and firearms. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's I know what the name of the game is, but I forgot. I forgot what does it start with the letter F? Thank you, Gunfire Reborn. Thank you. You're a lifesaver, Frost. You're a lifesaver. Yes, Gunfire Reborn. I was wondering maybe later on you and I we could play Forza and Gunfire Reborn. Yeah, if you're up for it, we could play a little bit later. I just have to make sure Okay. Little tip for use OBS: make sure to set your process priority high or about normal. Play around it with more into setting itself. Also, bro, thank you for reminding me because I forgot I had to download Suicide Squad. I literally was just like, oh, I forgot about this game. I honestly forgot about it. But yes, the question of the day is, how has OCD affected you all? So, are you a real account? The only way to find out, bro, is if you make a mock account. Like, just make up a mock account and see if it's real or not. Like, I mean, I could make up a mock account and then just see if they're legit. Yeah, because Sick Nacy, how you doing? So yeah, like Mondays are pretty much Drew. How you doing? Pretty much my schedule for Mondays is just, I like things to just be a little bit laid back because I work a lot on the weekends. So I just figured I'd just do a little nice 2-hour stream just talking about OCD and the effects that it can have on the human psyche if not careful and treated. But yeah, going back to my story. So while I was at work, right, and I could pretty much complete everything, my brain's kind of like racing just a little bit, but not as much. And I go outside because everyone's just smoking. Everyone's just pretty much causing me to have almost built up phlegm in my chest. And I'm just running outside trying to get some fresh air. And I noticed there was trash everywhere in the back area. And I thought to myself, my company hires all of these workers, and for some strange reason, there's always seems to be trash, in the back area. So I had two choices. I could either A, clean it up, or B, just leave it there and do like everybody else. Either way, it's fine. But due to my high integrity levels, I just did like Brandy for Brandy Mr. Whiskers, and I was like, gross, 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 gross. That's understandable. You can detest me all you want, but the truth of the reality is, if you want anything done in this life, you have to do the work. You have to communicate with artists. You have to, work with them. You have to work with them. It's the same thing with me. I had to wait almost a week, 2 weeks to get that General Gong avatar done. 2 weeks. I paid them in advance, and I had to wait 2 weeks. Heck, I'm still waiting on the reveal of Ghostface to come out for Mortal Kombat. And that game is struggling. I'm over here like, when's Ghostface coming? When's Ghostface coming? You have to exercise patience. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. It's with cooking. Cooking requires a lot of patience. And for someone like me with OCD, I'm very meticulous when it comes to cooking. If I don't cook it right, then my anxiety just goes up. I'm like, oh, is this going to hurt me? Is this going to make me sick? So you gotta exercise patience. If you don't, nothing's ever gonna get done. This is why, side topic, this is why Call of Duty, Osmond really had to make it be hard, didn't he? Sure, you have no idea, but he's doing the best he can. He has other clients. He's working on his own little side business. But he got it done. Right now, I'm just waiting for him to upload, just to have the uni packages to me. So it happens. Yeah, ads. How you doing, Succubus? How's your streams been? You haven't been talking to me about Sparking Zero and Marvel and they had to leave for work. Okay. It happens. It happens. No worries. Yeah. That's But yeah, I cleaned up all that trash. It took me like 5 minutes. And I was just saying, gross, 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 gross. Hey, big gamer, how you doing? How's the rest of the ponies? It was like, gross, 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 gross. This is so nasty. I had my little plastic cheap gloves and my mask, and I'm picking this all up, and I'm hearing two, residents arguing. Yeah, you hear yourself? And I'm just like, it's just like dogs barks, like. Hey, Waldo, how you doing? Just two dogs barking at each other, and I'm just sitting here, just like, wow. Darwin, how you been? Good to see you. Who's ready for Spooky Month, by the way? Bonaventure, how you doing? It better be finished for the next year ends. I would hope so too. Just like I hope that Ghostface doesn't get delayed to 2025. Just that I hope that when I go to the dentist this week, they don't tell me, sorry, Wilkins, we have to reschedule again. Yes, we confirmed your appointment. Had to wait almost a week to get my glasses. I remember when I had to wait, like, way too long just to get, just have to take care of my test. I want to wear my spookiest, sexiest outfit. Sexiest outfit? Hey, yo. Oh, right. For your lover. That makes sense. Lovers, it's common for them to, wear outfits that are quote unquote appealing to one another. So I get it. I understand. I get it. I'm understanding. I'm understanding. You know. Welcome back, Chayos98. Joam Norgera, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Danny Cuz5, good to see you. And also to all my fellow, to all my fellow lovers of hooves and whatnot, the My Little Pony. Thank y'all so much for the love and support and understanding of that one TikTok that I made. The one where it's like, oh, I pretty much called it Candy Cadet. How you doing? It pretty much was just, my time of like trying to find something. Set up a conversation with Friday. Why don't you in the next year for resolve our issue? I remember when my art teacher did that to me, where it's like it was typed in all caps, and I was like, "Why are you yelling?" It's like, "That's what happens when you have it in all caps because you're yelling." It's like, oh, good times. Captain Boslov, how you doing? Bellingham, how you doing? This music's pretty good, even though I've never heard of these songs or these bands. Ever Sanchez, I'm like, how you doing? Good to see you. All right. So tell me more about this sexy outfits, Bit Gamer. Jeremy, how's your day going? Danny, good to see you. So yeah, Jeremy, I got my VR working again. So things should be back to normal Tuesday. So we'll be back to the whole we're back to the whole oh, that's right, I forgot. November is my month break from VR. Oh my goodness, I forgot I'm taking my month break from VR. I take my break the moment when everything is stabilized now. Oh well, it's fine. I honestly need to take a break. I didn't need any of this on the last day of my vacation. Life happens. Past 3-4 weeks ago, I would do anything to not be as sick as I was, coughing up my lungs, to not deal with any drama or whatnot, to deal with folks unfriending me for no reason, to deal with deaths, unfortunate deaths. Doc Harris, sorry to bring that up to Dragon Ball fans. Life just unexpectedly happens, and over time I just learned to just say, I understand. Like even during my amazing day yesterday, like with Starlight and her friends, just celebrating, just having a good time at work, even though it was busy and whatnot. Like I said, Luby Rose talked about how their good best friend passed, and so I really feel bad for her, but it's like what do you say? What do you say to someone who's dealing with that? Oh, did I? I don't think I. Did I? Okay, I got it. So yeah, we want you to be the healthiest boy. I'm trying. I'm doing everything that I can to keep everything stabilized. So, you've been playing Shadow X Generations, Jeremy? Awesome. I'm doing the very best that I can. Heck, I had to tell myself, get off of VR chat for a bit. I know this individual is going to be a little upset because they wanted to talk to you, but get off VR chat and do what you need to do. So, I figured that me taking this break from VR is going to help me. But Wilkins, what about the TikTok? Hey. Listen here, Buster Brown. I said I'm taking a break from doing things, from socializing and whatnot on VR chat. I didn't say anything about, I didn't say nothing about I wasn't going to do any TikToks. Don't get it twisted, Buster. So, but yeah, you all starting to see. Will not have anything done when I return back to VR chat. Hey, understandable. Understandable. So yeah, that's just how OCD has affected my life. it it makes me very meticulous, but the negative consequence is high anxiety. Where my mother, family members will always tell me, "Oh, you need to take your meds, take your St. John's wort." St. John's wort works. The unfortunate side effect of St. John's wort is that it reduces my hunger. So if I take a St. John's wort and I didn't eat anything, I will go a whole day and not eat anything. Scary stuff, I know. And then I will go to the doctor, and the doctor will be like, "You're starting to become underweight." So they literally had to, the doctor literally had to tell my mother, go to the nearest ice cream parlor and make sure that he has the biggest strawberry shake so he can get his calories back. Because he's not eating. I'm a miracle, lads. I'm a miracle, lads and lasses. The fact that that St. John's wort cause will reduce my hunger. Like, I would eat, but I would not eat as I should. Yes, indeedy. Edgar, Quanos, how you doing? Oh, and of course YouTube's. Sorry, Yui is saying Yui being Yui. Here we go. These songs are awesome, and I never heard of these bands. Onto Others and whatnot. And of course, metalheads are like, "How you not know about these bands?" Because I have a thing called a life. That's why. You have a life. I don't have time to like research everything, about everything. So. But yeah, Will Burial. $85. Goodness gracious. A big shout out to Marcus. Thank you. Appreciate it for supporting the Freedom Plan fan campaign. Things have been slow because I've been sick. But I'm better, and it's like, hey, I'm feeling better, and then there's another friend of mine, whatnot, that's sick, and it's like, Boy Ice US, how you doing? Boy, you ice. Kind of reminds me of what my family member would say to someone when they're being disrespectful. Boy, you want thin ice with me? You want thin ice with me? I'm just talking like you all are starting to see an example of how OCD works. Well, at least my OCD. Danny, welcome back. Oh, cool. Nice. Yeah, I can't wait to finally get my own Sonic OC. Fully made. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait. I am extremely excited. And then I'm going to see if I can get that one avatar done for Five Nights at Freddy's 2. S. Vusis SV Jules SV, how you doing? Ah, yes. I want everything to be done when I got back or by this day. I got a story for you. It was my 15th birthday, and I had everything planned. I would plan everything ahead, like, oh, I want this and this, and I'm going to save up to get this game, and I'm going to save up, we're going to do this, we're going to have this party, and we're going to go out. And boy, oh boy, how you doing? And boy, oh boy, I was met with a surprise where money was tight, and it turns out I was getting things for my birthday early, which I didn't understand why, because I want everything to be given to me on that day. So it was around that time where the economy was kind of like, really iffy, and I was just so disappointed. And I remember I wrote on a piece of paper, I was like, this is the worst birthday ever. And my mother and brothers were really offended by that. And they were calling me ungrateful and everything. Now, I, talked to a family member and they understood, Kitty, how you doing? That I was not being ungrateful, that I was just stating, how I felt. But it was a good lesson for me to not always stick to the original plan. Like, my original plan is to have my Sonic OCs done, to be partnered, to already be talking with certain streamers, getting interviews done. I'm doing fantastic, Kitty, but life just doesn't work the way how you want it. And as someone who has OCD, that's hard. Or perfection is hard for us because we're like, but we planned everything, we did everything we're supposed to do, and it's just. Now me, I'm different. I don't give up. But I know some people who have something similar to what I have, and they'll just give up. They're like, this isn't fair. Things aren't working out. I don't like this. I'm giving up. Because it's hard. I'm like, okay, whatever, sure. And people will just leave you there. That's the unfortunate truth, man. People will just leave you there. You say you give up, you quit, that's it. People don't care. They will leave you there. And I know it's cold to say that, but it's true. People only don't care because they can't afford to care. They try to care about trying to get you together, then they got to get themselves together. Luckily, Marcus had $100 to give me a sign card to be added to my account. Hey! Well, Marcus is a really good friend. A very, very nice friend. I think we all wish we could have a nice friend like Marcus. That just, out of the blue, just give you money. Back in my day, I had to work, and even to this day, I have to work for everything I want. You want this pony avatar? Huh? Gotta pay for it. Gotta work for it. Gotta go out there and work those little hours. Hopefully you get a raise. I don't think I ever can think of somebody that I met in my life that just gave me stuff for free. I had to work for it. Anything that I wanted. Oh, you want this? Go out there and cut the grass. Oh, you want this? Clean the whole house. Oh, you want this video game? You want a car? You want this? Work for it. So some may say that my OCD could pretty much be linked to certain events that may have happened in my life that caused me to stress in a way, and how I just misinterpret certain things, where the stress could come from just not understanding. So I just research and learn. So yeah, just for example, well, I'm glad that you came across them before moving to Blueski. That's good. Shoot. Every day when I wake up, one of the things that I always do, is I make sure that my I make sure that my to-do list is done. If my to-do list is not done, you're going to deal with the following symptoms. I stumble over my words. I get little stressed. I work fast. I make little mistakes. I'll pace. My brain will race. Also, say, Felix Clea, how you doing? And Aki Mori, how you doing? So that's how my OCD was back then when I was in my 20s. Now, it's not like that. I just kind of go with the flow, and I'm like, okay, if this doesn't happen, oh well, no big deal. Mr. Katz, how you been? How you been? So, it's just, Also, those with, like me with OCD and whatnot, we have different ways how we communicate with people. So we'll say hi, but to others they'll think it sounds very enthusiastic. That's just because brains racing. So when we say, oh, hi, how are you? It may come across as disingenuous to people, but in our minds, we're just saying, oh, I said hi, okay, they understood that, I greeted them. But to them, they may go, oh, that's not enough. So I'm doing fantastic. No complaints here. We're just talking about OCD, Got something to talk about, right? They say ta 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 ta. I'm always grateful for everything that every person in my life has ever done. 502 Ramos 34. How you doing? I'm grateful for donations. I'm grateful for my own family member who still helps me during these hard times. You know, trying to get my career together. I'm thankful for those who provide me fan art, even though I never asked for it. I'm thankful for my friends that are still in my life. I'm thankful for those who, man, my job, even though my job has its rough moments. I'm thankful for those who give me a chance to be in their life. I'm so thankful for a lot of things that I'll be all day. But we're gonna, but you know what? Perfect time because it is Hollow. It's almost Hallothankmas, and usually, you know, I was gonna say that for my Hallothankmas stream part 1. You know, I was gonna say that, but you beat me to it. I hate when that happens. You beat me to it. I was gonna do all of that Friday. You're looking on VR so you can just see my disappointed look. So lucky. So like right now, like my legs kind of shaking, and like this is what I used to do when I was young. My leg would just start shaking really badly, and I would just start thinking about other things, and I'll be like, oh, I forgot to do this. Oh crap, I forgot to do this, and so that's why when people want me to do certain things, I will not say yes immediately. I will just be honest and say, look, maybe, or I'll try. I love saying I'll try or it fits in my schedule. So that way, you know, if someone gets upset with me, I say, hey, I already told you I'll try to do it, you know. Arma, welcome back. How you doing? Chris, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. But Wilgis, do you ever have moments where you feel like you've done a lot of things wrong in your life? Remy, that's fanboy 16. How you doing? Oh my goodness. Yes. Oh my goodness. When I was in my 20s, my stress levels would be through the roof. Always worrying about stuff that wasn't even important. Like, oh man, did I do something to really get on this person's bad side? Oh, how's my mother feel about this? Oh, what did they found out that I was a gun? Such all that stuff. Well, technically, when I was in my 20s, I was still straight, believe it or not. Also, while and all you wonderful lads, how y'all doing? Like, and especially with on a religious aspect, I was always like felt like I had to walk a fine line all the time. It had to be straight. It had to be perfect. Evelyn, how you doing? And if I made one mistake, I felt bad for myself. I would go. I would just be like, I'm not going to eat today. I'm going to punish myself. That's the extremes I would have taken, you know. And I'm thankful that my family members, you know, my friends helped me to like not do that to myself. Mr. Zungi and Hart, how you doing? So it's a process. It's a process. And I've always been reminded, if you don't snap out of it, if you don't get it together, you're gonna end up in a group home. And I was like, what do you mean, group home? So that's why when I see friends and whatnot not taking care of themselves, I'll tell them straight up, get off the headset, go drink you some water, go eat, go do something. And I'm obnoxious with it because I don't want to see any of my friends or acquaintances or whatnot 6 feet under because they didn't want to take care of themselves. So how I treat people is just a reflection of everything that I went through in my life. I went through a lot of, and I'll say it, I don't care if Tiki Top flashed me. I went through a lot of hell. I went through a lot of heartbreak and hurt and pain and getting my feelings twisted inside and out, falling in love with people just to get my heart stomped on because I learned they were taken or you know, they weren't really into me. I was being used and all that fun stuff. So that's why I like to help people and guide them so they won't have to go through that pain, that frustration, that suffering. But unfortunately, if they put them in that situation, then yeah, it kind of triggers my OCD, but at the same time it's like, well, I tried. That's true. That is very true. That's very true. Dual accordion. Yep. Yeah, I read comments fast. VR chat still never felt bad about anything growing up. More so why people pick on me. People are going to always pick on you, Mr. Katz. They always choose the people with good hearts. They always choose the people who got something going for them. And for the good people who have made it and have succeeded, they have more enemies than the law can allow. Because it's just out of confusion. You know, it's out of confusion. It's out of blind hatred. Don't worry, Tiki Talk. I'm not going to be on long. I'm only going to be on for like 2 hours. But thank you for a reminder. But yeah. But yeah, like, I would have irrational worry when I was young. And sadly, it started when I was very, very young. So that's why I'm very empathetic. Or when I deal with someone that I know, like, will kind of like use me as a crutch to get by, just so they can feel better. I have to like set a boundary, say no. I want to see if you can handle this yourself. I want to see if you have any other friends or whatnot that you know, resources that you can utilize. And then when you're ready, you can come talk to me. Teaching them to use the resources. And teaching them to go back to their old friends and whatnot. Because if you try to be that person that tries to, you know, help everyone that you see, you're going to be an exhausted wreck. I've tried helping people, and sometimes I got spat in my face. So, and people wonder, well, how come you didn't turn to a villain? I've seen anime cartoons and realistic shows. I even seen in IRL with people that I know that slowly turn to villains, and they ruin their life every time, or they ruin friendships. Just don't try to be that person. Don't try to be the villain. Indeed it was, Garda. And as you get older and you go through so much, you learn what to focus on, what to deal with, and what you can ignore. Just yesterday, I almost got cussed out by a resident, and she gave me this look saying, you didn't call for this and blah blah blah, and I was waiting, and I called it like multiple times, but she got mad at me, slammed her fists on the counter, and I just kept telling over and over again, there's food in the refrigerator, there's food over at that building, go get you something to eat. And she just looks at me and just walks away. So I'm sitting here waiting. I'm checking the cameras. She doesn't go to the nearest building because she's so angry. There's food still waiting for her. And I'm just looking at the other resident who's confused. And I'm looking back at her. We're just like, huh? So she ended up not eating. Is VR chat still down for you? VR chat's fixed. Yep, VR chat's still buggy, but I'm able to get it to work. So, for now. Dylan, how you doing? So, Ifo Suarez, how you doing? Welcome. So, geez, Wilkins, get to the point. Sorry. The whole purpose of this stream is to catch up with you all, see how you're doing. I had a question of the day. The question of the day was, how does OCD affect you? I waited 5 minutes. No one responded to the question, so I proceeded to talk. Was that simple enough? And that's probably another thing that triggers the OCD is where if nothing's happening, then my brain races and I just keep going. I think that's one of the reasons why when I go into parties, I tend to talk a lot more. It happens. It happens, Garda. No big deal. It happens. It happens. Well, Wilkins, how can you tell someone's OCD? Good question. Good question. Let me look up an article real quick. According to, no, not you, AI. According to WebMD, OCD symptoms. Hang on. Well, I need a list of symptoms, not how do I know. I need, so medlineplus.gov. The symptoms of OCD consist of the following. People with OCD may have symptoms of obsessions, compulsions, or both. Obsessions are repeated thoughts, urges, or mental images that cause anxiety. They may involve things such as fear of germs or contamination. Me! I cannot stand bad germs. I cannot stand seeing like trash or litter. If I go into someone's room and it's a mess, I immediately like almost have a nauseated feeling, and I start like having like thoughts of like germs and viruses everywhere. I literally spray my work area once my friend slash coworker leaves. I just straight up just get the the SARS 32 spray, or like the multi cleaning purpose spray, and just spray my whole area, do my wellness checks, and then come back. I don't like touching the keyboard. I don't like touching I don't like, eating other people's food unless I know it's fresh. That's just how I am. I didn't even like eating cake. Alright? I didn't even like eating cake. I would take the cake back then when I was a kid, toss it over, and just only eat the cornbread and then throw the rest away. I did not like icing back then. Fear of losing or misplacing something. Yes. That's why I'm always like checking my folders and stuff and organizing things a certain way. Worries about harm coming towards yourself or others. And only if I'm exposed to something that's dangerous. Unwanted forbidden thoughts involving X or religion. Yeah. Aggressive thoughts towards yourself or others. Oh yeah, they were pretty aggressive back then. Not anymore. I don't beat myself up. Oh, I forgot to exercise. Oh, whatever. Needing things that lined up exactly or arranged in a particular precise way. Yep. That's honestly not really that big of a deal anymore. I mean, it's kind of like on and off for me, but it's not that bad. Compulsions, excessive cleaning and or hand washing, still do that, but not as bad. Repeated checking on things such as whether the door is locked or the oven. Yup. That's why it's so difficult for me to stream at times, because if I'm cooking something and I'm playing a game and someone's talking to me and I don't want to be rude and interrupt them, and here I am smelling something that's almost burning, so I have to like abruptly like take the headset off or like leave the Discord call just so I can check to make sure that I don't burn the house down. Yes. Compulsive counting. Yes, I use my fingers to count. I'll write down the numbers. I'll constantly like budget, and order and arranging things in a particular precise way. Oh yeah, all the time. Like for example, you want to know what really gets on my nerves with PC gaming? Wires. I can't stand wires. Wires and how they're organized. Like right now I'm looking and I'm already like shaving right now. Like shaving like with a C. Like I can't stand how the wires are just organized. I just wish they were just neatly packed and put together. And it's just or like, have you ever had that moment like where you put your covers on a chair and you just want it to stay just like that, so that way you could just lay there and the covers could just like wrap around you when it's cold, you just have your nice little cup of hot cocoa? No, every time you get up, right, you sit down, you see your covers like all the way tucked into your comforter chair. It gets on my nerves so much. So yeah, but what have I been doing to get rid of this? Like, one, I can't get rid of it. This is stuck with me for the rest of my life. My OCD is stuck with me for the rest of my life. I'm going to be dealing with this even at age 100, and I have to learn how to manage it. Amber, how you doing? Good evening, Scarlett. How you doing? Good evening. Good evening. Can't say I have OCD, but I do have moments sending out food at all the same plates. Oh, use your own plate. Oh, okay, I know exactly why you do it. You use your own plate because you don't trust anyone to touch your plate. Oh my goodness. Yes. Yes, I can relate to that. Or you cook your own food and you eat your own food at work because you don't trust anyone else because you think that they're trying to like poison the food. Thanks so much, Emma, for sharing a lie. How are you both doing this fine evening? Honestly, I'm doing great. I'm just extremely hungry. I have not eaten anything, sadly. I had a banana. That counts. I had a banana and water. The blue ski. Okay, I got you. Here's my proof. And we don't want that. So, completely okay. Yep. I hear you. I don't know what you're going on about, but sure. Avatar making takes time. Avatar making takes patience. I remember when there's a good TikToker by the name of Heizema is their name? Heizema. Heizma. I met them like a couple of times on VR chat. And they'll tell you it can take up almost a year for one avatar to just be made, or even several months, depending on what is it that you want, and trying to optimize it, and of course making it so it pretty much can still work even years later. So it's not just because if you want that, then just buy it. If you want that, then just, I don't know, just pay anybody to do it, and just pay anybody to do it, and then before you know, when the next update comes, your avatar's having broken this and broken limbs and broken everything. That's why I'm patient. I'm like, that's why I'm patient. Listen, I could wait a year. Like when I pay for this Sonic avatar one day, I already know it's going to take a year. So like, I'll tell any artist, look, take a year, man. Take 4 months if you need to. Take 6 months. I don't really care. You know, personally, like take as much time as you want, you know, because I get it. I understand. I remember like uploading avatars myself and whatnot and trying to like, I don't think I tried to make like my own avatar, but I've seen like a video where someone was like making a hoodie and I just looked at that person like, oh my goodness. The time lapse was at 10 minutes. Like they had to speed up the video. Which means it takes a person, depending on what the avatar is, it could take up to an hour or 2 just to make a set of clothing for one specific avatar. And if that avatar maker, like the creator, that Blender artist has no idea who this avatar maker is or how they make their avatars, then they'll just give you whatever. The only right way to eat a banana. I bet you ate the banana real nice, lol. I had a Sonic burger. What's a Sonic burger? So I made dolls for the furry community, and I got my first sale today. Hey, congrats! What kind of dolls did you make? What kind of dolls did you make? Yeah, there's plenty of avatars that I say, hey, Nar, how you doing? Love dolls. Yee. There's like over thousands of avatars that people don't even use anymore, which is awesome for me because that means more for me. There's avatars that people spent their hard-earned money on, that they spent hours on, and people don't use them. It's whatever. It happens. The avatar can be the best thing that you made since sliced bread, and people just stopped using them. It's not about avatars being popular. It's just the fact that it exists because somebody years later is going to look at that and be like, this is awesome. You want to know who that somebody is? Me! When I saw that we finally have Powerpuff Girl avatars, I was giddy like a schoolgirl, okay? I was giddy like, yee, we finally got Powerpuff Girl avatars. Or Agent Smith avatars. Or Soul Calibur avatars. Like, it's not for everybody. It's for whoever is a true Freedom Planet fan or a true fan of whatnot. Just going from school. Hey, how's school? You know the police race from Monster Hunter? Oh, they're so cute. I just want to pinch your little cheeks and whatnot. They're so adorable. A 10 stream streak. What's this? I have no idea what that is. But thanks, homie. My Sona has tons of piercings and complex designs along with her being this. Oh my goodness. So I'm guessing your avatar is like... You know what? I'm going to be quiet because my avatar is a very poor rating too. Listen, it is what it is. It is what it is. It happens. It happens, you know. It happens. It's all good. To those that came by, welcome. Welcome those that are new. My name is Wilkins, 31-year-old gynosexual pony. I'm just updating everyone. I want to play games, but my body's like, nah, I just want to talk about OCD. I won't say all that effort's wasted because somebody appreciates it. A group of people appreciate it. You know, not everything that's created has to be for everyone. A lot of my favorite video games, cartoons, anime are not even recognized by the majority of people. Did you know, right, that Akira Toriyama's latest, like not latest, but like his early works were barely recognized by those in the United States or anywhere else? It took him until he made Dragon Ball, but then he really hit popularity with Dragon Ball Z. Is when he started making his millions. The late great Akira Toriyama worked decades just to finally get where he needed to be. So like I said, it takes time. You know, Freedom Planet, when it first came out, people loved it. It was great. It was awesome. But due to all the delays of Freedom Planet 2, people were like, you know, and they kind of moved on. They didn't even know. Thanks so much for the follow, Ember. They didn't even know if the game was ever going to come out or not. So, over time, they just kind of forgot about it. Then when the game came out and people like me and many others, and many, even other streamers started, you know, talking about the game, it brought interest. A Buck, how you doing? We are older. I feel like you're my twin, bro. I want to get new updated and add orange and stuff. Go for it. No problem. Danny Batista Twin, how you doing? Yeah. 10 stream means that I've been watching show up to your streams 10 days straight. Oh. Why in the world is the purple now finally doing something like this? What took you so long? Like, bro, you and I, we both been on this app, been on that purple app for like, what? Let's see. I met you around 2015. For like 10 years, and you're telling me they're just now adding stuff like this? I think they're just competing with other platforms. That's just me. I'm not afraid to say it. I ain't got nothing to lose. What's TikTok gonna do? Charlotte, the one, how you doing? What are they gonna do? Oh, we'll tell you what we'll do. I'm great, just hungry. Oh, they probably... Yeah, it's weird. It's weird because this is something that TikTok's been doing way before the purple. Well, sorry. TikTok's been doing this way before the purple started. Anyways, I'm going to go hop on VR chat for a bit. Have a wonderful... You too. You have yourself a wonderful time, buddy. And thank you again for the support and sharing and liking the lives. And 2,200 likes. Thank you so much. We already hit one of our goals. And we already got some gifts. But don't forget to turn your attention to the Halloween candles. That's what I really need. The Halloween candles. And don't be afraid of the fact that it costs 5 coins. You know, trust me, it's definitely well worth it and it helps support the channel. Appreciate it. Never heard of it? Freedom Planet? Great game. Great little action platform brawler game. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend. Just like I recommend Gory. And Gory's an indie game that's barely recognized, but shoot, people like it. You know? Ansi, how you doing? Wait, is that... Sorry, was that in Russian? That was... Sorry. Ooh, a Dragon Song avatar? Nice. Cool. Cool. That's awesome. Ultima, how you doing? But yeah, Juan, let's hope told you. I need into new games to balance. I have a bad addiction to Red Dead Online. Oh, you're going to be addicted to that for quite some time. I've been addicted to Rivals of A for 2. Been playing that game nonstop. It was so bad that I was going to miss a. I was actually going to miss a friend meetup, and I was going to actually stay up last night and play the game. I was going to take a really nice shower, do a little exercise, workout, and I was going to sit there, have my hot chocolate, and just play the game nonstop. I don't cut my horse. That's it. Going back on the Abbey, I feel like it's just like owning a pet. You feel like owning an Abbey is like owning a pet? Oh, absolutely. I agree, Garda. Everyone wants their puppy or start from the ground. Oh! I thought you was going to go all Ami man on me talking about, oh, they're just like a pet. Oh, goodness. Woo! I was like, oh, no. Oh, no. Now, this may sound messed up, but from Ami Man's perspective, I get where he's coming from. He doesn't truly understand how to love or what that truly is. So because he's always protecting people, he's always trying to make sure that everyone is stronger. If they're not, he just, decimates them, obliterates them from existence. But, if he sees someone as equal, then yeah, whatever. But he never I don't think he ever had something called a friend or knows what family is, which is why he says comments like that. He pretty much talks logically like, well, they're like a pet, I take care of her and that's it and yada, yada, yada. Also, so a lot of people went off on Iron Man saying, oh, he's a terrible person for saying that. And I mean, yeah, but at the same time, he doesn't know. He knows better, but he doesn't really. Mama Kitten 08, how you doing? He technically doesn't know what he's saying. It's just like Homelander. He doesn't technically know what he's saying. That's why he speaks a bunch of hoo-ha. But once he gets humble and something happens to him, he's like, oh, okay, I understand. I mean, yeah, he's smart. He gets it. But truly, sometimes when it comes to those two characters, when they said some of the most heinous things, they don't truly get it. They don't really understand. Like, for example, when you're super upset about something and you just say the most heinous, terrible things to someone, you know what you're doing, but at the same time, at that moment, Ayla, how you doing? But at the same time, you don't really know what it is that you're saying because you're angry, you're frustrated, and someone with OCD, Devi, how you doing? Someone with OCD, you'll look at that and be like, whatever. I said it. I don't care. It's not like I'm gonna see them again ever or whatnot. So. That's perfectly fine, Garda. That's perfectly fine. As a former resident once said to me, get her done! Carlos, how you doing? Get her done! How's your mom? How you doing? All I can say is the files are available. You can go to someone else and have them fix it. That's the beauty of the campaign. You can fix and edit whatever you want on the avatars. Nothing in this life as simple as having an avatar made should make you that upset. Just saying. Joker Hugo, how you doing? Vixen, how you doing? Nothing that small should make you upset. If anyone should be upset, it's definitely my friend Loopy, who lost her friend to, and that's all I'm going to say. They lost their friend. Their friend's no longer living. She has a right to be upset. Period. So, if I visit her in VR, she cusses me out, I'm going to allow. I'm like, look, I should have just left you alone for a bit. Someone whose pet, passes away, or if someone lost their job, that to me is a reason to be angry and upset. Or if someone's dealing with what's going on in Gaza. But I mean, an avatar, not being the way you want. And there's hundreds of avatars that I have seen that have never been what I want. Samurai Jack avatars, furry avatars, the Rexiums, which I think really need a big design. But if I really think about it on what's really important, you know, that's just how I look at it, though. That's why my ex used to tell me, yeah, oh, I'm fantastic. No, I'm just, stating just facts, Because I understand that things in life aren't perfect, but you got to really, evaluate what's worth getting upset about, Something that small should make... Exactly. I've had games that disappoint me. The Bengals, who have been around for over 50 years, still haven't won a Super Bowl. Okay, honestly, scratch that. That's honestly something to be upset about, but nothing to ruin your day. And then there's the Browns, 70 years. Actually, can I just check something real quick? I just want to see. Did they win? Did they win? Because I just want to see. Did they win? Browns, NFL. Did they win? Oh my goodness, they actually won. They actually won. No way. The Browns actually won. Oh my goodness, a miracle has happened. They beat the Ravens. What? Oh my goodness. I mean, but 2 wins and 6 losses. Let's see. Hang on. Give me a sec. Let's see here. So if the Browns win the Sunday, November 3rd, the November 17th, the 21st, if the Browns just continue to win, just win against the Chargers, win against the Saints, win against the Steelers, the Broncos, the Steelers, the Chiefs, and of course the Bengals on December 19th, the Dolphins and the Ravens, they may actually do it. They may actually do it. Oh my goodness. The Browns may actually do it. They may actually do it. Oh my goodness. The Browns may finally make history, folks. They may finally do it. Oh my goodness. I'm actually happy about this. Oh, 2 wins. Okay, it's 2 wins, 6 losses. But if they get their act together and they win, the Browns may actually win their first Super Bowl. Oh my God. They may actually win. Oh my God. They may actually win. Reinventors, they may actually win. They may actually win a Super Bowl. Okay, Garda. But yeah, oh my goodness, the Browns may actually win. They may actually win a Super Bowl. Okay, if they actually listen. If they win, if the Browns or Bengals ever win a Super Bowl, I will make a TikTok. It will be a super positive, non-funny TikTok where they actually won, and I will celebrate. I'm like, oh my God! And I will pay someone to make an edit of my pony somewhere where it has like their logo on my hoodie, like a little sticker on a logo on my hoodie or something, and I'll be like. It will be titled, After X amount of years, they finally did it. Shoo. I'll have to... Oh my goodness. The Browns listen, the Browns beat the Ravens. Oh my goodness. This is huge. When's the last time the Browns beat the Ravens? What? You can tell Corazon whatever you like, but I'm going to say this. You two need to be patient and understanding that these avatars take time. If you don't understand that, then you can simply go to someone else. Avatar making takes time. It takes patience. And there is nothing that I can do about it. Zero. Nada. Nothing. I have to wait. I have to wait on them. Now, if you want to bug Hosma, you want to spam Hosma, go for it. You can spam Hosma. You can talk to Miss Sprite, and they will tell you over and over and over and over again what they have to do. I mean, I don't know what to tell y'all. Blender and Unity stuff. When you're dealing with artists, you know, it's whatever. However, there is someone that I could technically talk to, but maybe I can have them maybe break down how this stuff works. They go by the name of PD Usana. Now she can break it down for y'all so easily that you will understand that this stuff is not as easy as you think it was. Because trust me, if it was so easy, I would have already had my dream avatar right now. My dream pony with, by the way, my pony is actually supposed to be fluffy. It's supposed to be fluffy. It's supposed to have hoods that I can interchange on and off. It's not supposed to be like all three hoods. It's supposed to be like one hood up here, one hood up there, and one hood over here. That's what my pony song is actually supposed to be like. Dark Saber, how you been? It's supposed to have like multiple hoods. The hoodie's supposed to have like a metallic shader and a regular shader where it's like cloth, and then the other's supposed to be metallic. I mean, like, hey, I never fully got the pony that I want, and I'm happy and content with it. Thank you all, Bad Badgers and Virtual Kenny, and thank you, Fun Time, for doing the very best that you can. I very much want you to be the most fluffiest pony now. Let's see the most fluffiest, most softest pony. The problem with the fact that I want my pony to be a certain way is, one, it will cost thousands of dollars. Two, it will be the most unoptimized avatar you've ever seen. And three, it would be impossible to make it for Quest and Android and, of course, iOS, which means all the cool little features and songs will have to be stripped. So the only thing you will have from my pony is just a jagged PlayStation 1 mess. I'm doing fantastic, Dark Saber. I'm doing wonderful. Yeah, the most fluffiest pony. Like, the pony that I would want had to be built from the ground up, and it would cost thousands of dollars. Yeah, no, I'm good. I would rather put that towards a house note or apartment or a condo. Colvis, how you doing? Holy crap, it's been an hour 30 minutes. Well, Queen Mendez, how you doing? Emmy, how's it going? Winter Breeder, how you doing? How you been? Cintos Morales, how you doing? But yeah, that's just how it goes. Patience is a virtue. I remember when my mother would force me to be patient. I remember one time while I asked about getting a toy. And this was back when I was 6 or 7 years old. And I would be like, "Excuse me, ma'am, are we going to the toy store yet?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, we're going." And every time I would ask her, she would get frustrated. And then she would give me this look saying, "Don't ask me again." She would give me this evil look. You know, like in the anime? And she would give me that look saying, "You know what you're doing. Don't ask me again." She would be like, "Don't ask me again." Boys, how you been? I've been fine, just tired. I'm just hungry. So that's what she would do to me. She made me wait. She taught me patience. She told me that stuff just don't come to you. It never will. Anything that you want, you gotta either work for it, you gotta learn it yourself. That's what I've learned. That's honestly what I learned, you know. I know things are different now for some individuals, but for me, had to work for it. Anything that I want in this life, I work for it. The example I love to use is it took me 10 years to finally get the PC that I wanted. I always wanted a gaming PC. It took me 10 years because I had to focus. And my family would be like, Anders, how you doing? Winter, how you doing? My family would be like, look, you either want a car or you want this PC. You either want this or you want that. She made me choose. And then, Zio, how you doing? And of course, me being a kid, I'm like, oh, I want this. She was like, okay. Then guess what? When you turn 18, you can take all that stuff and you can go live with your friends. She put the fear of the heavens in me, of the angels in me. You hear me? She made me think. She was like, okay, you could buy all that stuff, and when you're broke, one, don't come to me, and two, if you don't help me pay off this house note, guess what? You're going to be out in the street. She was like, oh my goodness. Yeah, that's probably because of the fact that you were always forced to be patient to the point where it's like, you just like snap. You're like, no, I need it now. And I get that. You know, being disappointed, being told stuff's going to happen, it doesn't happen. Caused you to have trust issues. Had that issue with an older brother of mine when I was young. Hey, bro, we going to do this, we're going to do that. Oh, yeah, we'll see. So sometimes what I've always been doing for the past 10 years and whatnot, and I learned, Joker, how you doing? I've learned to either say nothing or just nod. Because if you don't say nothing or you nod, it's not a confirmation. It's literally just, or just shrug. What are you doing? Mikael, how you doing? So that's what I've learned to do. I just shrug, or I nod, or I'm just like, okay, how you doing? So you all pretty much got an understanding of how OCD works, how my example OCD works, and you get to see like the anxiety level. So you pretty much get a demonstration of OCD and whatnot. I will be right back. I want you all first to share this live, hashtag LiveFest. On top of that, hopefully I get some candles. Continue to like the live, and tell me your experience with OCD. One has already done that. The rest of y'all, not so much. So tell me either your experience with OCD or high anxiety, what triggers it, and then maybe possibly I can give you some advice. This is the Q&A portion, so this has been my overly long discussion on OCD. So I'll be back. I need to eat some. I'll be back 5 minutes. Go ahead and type with your questions. There's this one little and send me a hate speech written message on my DMs in a video, and they thought it was funny. Now it's funny how TikTok blows that video out of the water, like, oh, they don't see that because they're showing the true colors of this election. But if I were to say something and do something with the first page and do that, I get paid. And that person will say that one person he's mad at me, I really don't care. I didn't even hesitate. He sent me that video. He was talking about all this. I was like, I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. I hit that block button so fast. People don't know me. And Amanda will tell you, yeah, he blocked me. So he never was. He blocked me. He blocked me, man. He blocked me. Yeah, he blocked me. That's how I'm valuable. My family members are getting older. I need to check to make sure they're okay. People are just dying. You think the last thing that I care about right now is Avatar? People music. Oh. Speaking of which, Beauty, you okay? You doing good, girl? Okay, I just had to go get something else. I wanted to check on you because I know you're dealing with a cyst in your stomach, and I just want to make sure you're all right. I'm so grateful that you're alive, Beauty, because I know you're dealing with that little cyst in your stomach, so we're going to make sure that it stays regulated, okay? You good? Okay, you just trying to sleep? All right, so I'm check on you. I love you. Whew, I finally got my breakfast, my lunch. I'm good. Whew, I got a lot more breakfast and lunch that I can handle, but I gotta eat. I haven't eaten nothing all day. Nothing, not a doggone thing except for that. I gotta throw this hot cocoa out and make some more. I honestly wanted to play Call of Duty Black Ops, but I gotta eat. I gotta get myself focused and ready for the next important thing. Okay, I'm back. Dang, I cannot believe I had to waste a hot cocoa because I had it there. I was gonna drink it, and then one thing you're not supposed to do with tea and hot cocoa is if it sits out for too long, what people will do is what individuals will do is they'll put it in the microwave and warm it up. Don't do that. Throw it out and just make another batch. Otherwise, you're going to get sick. So, it's a 50-50 chance. Halloween. Ah, nice. I'm glad you two are getting acquainted. Thanks so much for the one rose. It's 8 a.m. where I'm at. Oh, well, good morning. OCD, I don't really know too much about that, but I suppose I could talk about anxieties. With anxiety, when it comes to me, I suppose it's control and not to have it. It's more so the uncertainty of it. Well, we got 10 more minutes, so I can gladly go more on that topic. And also, what happened to my music? What happened to my music? There we go. Not having control. Also, Juice says, how you doing? Also, to those who came by, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Stop trying to have control over everything. Take it for someone who wants everything to just work. Oh, I meet this person. They call me their friend. We're going to be friends forever and ever and ever until the cosmos, until there's a new galaxy. Just stop. The best advice I can give you is just stop trying to make things work. What I mean by that is just let it flow. If it doesn't work, it doesn't always have to work. I'm not talking about your dreams and goals. I'm not talking about that. You make sure you make that work. I'm talking about circumstances that you tried everything that you could in your power. Just stop forcing yourself to try to fix it and make it work. There are some relationships that only last for a day, an hour, a minute. Sometimes they last a year, 2 months. And I am a witness. I had a nice talk with a friend of mine about this. That was going on about, oh, this and this and this happened. And I tell him, I'll tell you my story of how many people spat in my face and unfriended me. I'll tell you a story about people who dogged me when I was a kid for no reason. And then I look back and I remember when a teacher said, well, maybe you did something to them. And then I would think, I'm like, oh yeah, well, man, I do remember when I said this, this, and this. And then I learned as I got older that that none of that even mattered. Some people were just mean. Some people are just cruel and mean. You know, some people would just they get a thrill out of making you upset. They get a thrill out of hurting you. Because if that's all they see in their home, then that's it. For example, if I lived in an environment, thank God I don't, where I'm being cussed out, I'm being beaten up, having my arms broken, I'm constantly, I'm being force-fed medicine, I would probably be ruthless, mean, cold-hearted, cussing everybody out, starting drama, doing all sorts of paraphilia, legal paraphilia, and not care about anything. So to people that say they wouldn't do it, at some point you're going to do it if you live in that type of environment. That's why in life you got to have a mixture. You got to have a large assortment of good people in your life that can snap you out of it. Good people does not equal perfect. Good people means they're trying, they're bettering themselves. They see what you've been through and they're going to help you get to it. Doesn't mean they're going to hold your hand. It means they're going to guide you to where you need to be. Big facts, not everyone you meet on social media and IRL are not your friend or your day ones. It takes your years to build up a strong brotherhood. Me, Y, and Raven has been friends for 10 years. And they are like brothers to me because of the bond and friendship we built. Yeah, and it wasn't perfect. We had our disagreements, We had our moments where, we had to, separate ourselves for a bit because of family-related reasons. I'll make it work as always possible. Yeah, you can make it work, but some people don't want to make it work. So you can have all the tools, follow every guideline, follow every step to the letter on how to make a relationship work. Some relationships just don't work. I test this out all the time. I add somebody, I test it, I put a timer, I say, okay, let's see how long this is going to last. Let me tell that person no one time. Let me tell that person sorry I can't one time. Let me tell that person I have a family emergency. Let me see how they're going to treat me because I told them no one good time. And then the moment that happens, and when I see how they act, then I see, okay, it wasn't meant to be. Because true friends of mine learn to accept the word no. Because I've been told no most of my life. Facts. I've been told no most of my life. Can I have this? No. Work for it. Can I have that? No. You got to work for it. Can I have this? Oh, maybe. You can have that. Can I have this? It's true. It's true. You got to test the relationship. You got to test it. Because there's going to be a lot of people here that are going to say they love you, they're your friend. I want y'all to test this. And you can tell me what happens afterwards. Let's just say you meet your favorite streamer. And they really like you. And you've been grinding for years. And you finally get to collab with them. Something happens in your life. You are met with a choice. Your friends, your best friends in the whole world's birthday party is the same time as the collab. Now, nowadays, it's easy because you could just do Android and still be at the party. So, easy win, right? But what if the big streamer says this is a big one, and there's going to be a lot of people, and it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity? Some of y'all will choose the streamer over your friend. The friend will say they understand, go for it. But deep down, the friend wants you to be there for them. Now, true professionals, right? They'll be like, okay, we could set timestamps. Can you at least be here in an hour afterwards? And if you can do that, then go for it. But if not, see what I mean? It just doesn't work. So let's just say you chose, I want to be with my friend. And you pretty much messed up your opportunity. And now because of that, they tell the other streamers, don't fool with this person. Make sure that their viewer count is as low as possible. I gave them the opportunity of a lifetime. They told me no. Me, no. We're going to make them regret it. If you think that has not happened to me during my time here on social media, you be dead wrong. Sometimes I tell people no just to see how they're going to treat me afterwards. It's a test. I test it. Let me just say no. Let me just say no. Let me just stop every time I'm busy doing something. Let me just say no. Let me just see how they're going to treat me afterwards. And then the moment I finally say yes and I go to their instance, I get treated like a ghost. If you're thinking for 1 second that's not ever happened to me, you're lying. You can be friends with people. You can get to know them. But I'm telling you right now, if y'all can't ever tell each other no one time, or every now and then. Now, if you're saying no all the time, that's a problem. But if it's just one time, and you've done so much for that person, and they act in such a way that is asinine and just mind-blowing, watch for that. I remember one time I told someone no, they unfriended me. I remember one time I told somebody no, and they never invited me to a IRL party ever again. Absolutely. Those who choose, however, my support and respect. Absolutely. Yes, yes. Yes, Garter. Yes, Cable. Absolutely. Very powerful. It's just, you have to really think about that. I have folks all the time that want to be my friend. They want to get to know me. They want to talk to me. They want to, but the moment I tell them, sorry, I can't, angry, mad, spreading rumors, looking for every or any dark secret about me, plotting my demise because I told them no, because I couldn't, and I had a reason for it. That's why when people want to date me and stuff, I say, wait. Because I want to get to know you during your worst days. I want to know you on a day that I passed you off so bad that you don't talk to me for a month. Yeah, I'm that type of person. I'm that type of person. I want to test it. Because anybody can be nice to you. But when they say no to you, There's a streamer that I remember refused my offer to collab with them. And we are still cool to this day. They're still doing good. Every time I come on to their purple stream, hey, why are you doing? Oh, I'm doing good. How you doing? Hey, you're doing good. Keep up the good work. You're going to make partner one day. I remember one time something happened to my account and I got kicked and almost banned from several servers because of it. Had to do a lot of work to clear my name. So don't ever fool yourself into thinking that this pwn doesn't go through stuff. You're fooling yourself. But you're so positive in your vids. Chemo, DJ, how you doing? Yeah. Because I want y'all to instill that positivity into your lives. Herman, how you doing? I want y'all to take the lessons that I had to learn. Anthony, how you doing? So that way you can apply it to your life. And I may not be perfect, when it comes to how I teach this stuff, but I just want people not technically to not, you'll say how you doing, to not technically go through what I went through, because it's going to happen regardless. But I want them to understand that they're not alone. So when Lawson, how you doing? So it's not. So it's like, hold on, let me get my glasses. So I'm not supposed to be squinting my eyes. I got my glasses on. So it's not the fact that, I don't want people to ever go through anything because you won't grow. Denzi, how you doing? It's just that I'm just taking time out of my busy schedule to do this because I just don't want people to be hurt. And that's the problem with good people. We get so focused on, I want to spread the message and I want to do this. Honey, those days are over. Everyone's doing that now. The most evil person in the world can do that behind closed doors. And nobody will ever know just how truly evil they are. That's why I have to customize my messages to make sure that it is unique. That it doesn't sound too similar to other people. And I have to also live by it too. So I can't just blah, 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 blah. I also have to live by it too. And the reason why people who do what they do to me, when I see them and they have their head down or they can't look at me, because they know they're wrong. And the reason why that happens is because I still stand by who I am. That takes years, people. That is not something you master, in a day or so. That takes years. That takes acknowledging the fact that you do wrong too. Yeah, look at myself in the mirror. Hey, self, you do wrong too. Don't kid yourself. I get what you're saying. Want to get the real deal. Is it musky? You ain't lying. I do need to take a shower. I had a long work weekend. Plus, I had to deal with chain smokers at my job. Whew! You ain't lying. Vedetta Rose, how you been? I remember I had so many elder teachers teach me this about true friends and how they won't get so mad. Like, and I mean, you're allowed to get mad. Yeah, I'm about to go ahead and say something that's going to confuse y'all. You're allowed to get mad. You're allowed to get frustrated. You're allowed to be like, oh, but true friends still stick to this. True friends still come back. I don't ever want to be marveled as a perfect example. A perfect example, my gluteus maximus doesn't exist. This person is a perfect example of a true wrestler. Oh, be quiet. Anything that you want that person can do, you can work just as hard. All you need is the connection so they can showcase to the people. So that way you can look all fancy and whatnot to get what you need in this life. And then when it's all said and done, the only person that you have to look at to see if you truly lived up to that character is you. That's right. That's true. Absolutely. That's true. Absolutely. Yes. Uses levers. Expose live streams are awful. I'm going to go ahead and just say this right now. Don't you ever do an exposed live stream. It is an attack on your character and your integrity. If you ever do a live stream where you're exposing someone, don't even bother. Because 9 times out of 10, someone already beat you to it. And 9 times out of 10, that person has nothing to lose and they're willing to take the fall just to do what they need to do. Keep people's names out your mouth. I have a long list of people that screwed me over on multiple platforms. And if their name, right, ever comes across in a stream, this is what I'll do. I'll give you a good example. Amanda the Cutie. Amanda the Cutie, all I have is nothing but good memories of her. Cuddling, hugging, motivating, talking, just, you know, and the fact that at a time she wanted to stand for what was right. Now the rest is up to her. The choices that she made afterwards is up to her. I refuse to put someone's name in the dirt because I don't know what their past was like. Because the same can go for anybody else. You just have to be careful because it feels right to do it. It feels right. But 10 years later, 20 years later, you're going to be older. You're going to have grandkids. You're going to get married. And you know, Len Rose, how you doing? Jeremy, how you doing? And you're going to look back at those things that you said about that person who's moved on. And you're going to look in the mirror and be like, why did I say that? What was the point of me saying any of that? What was the point of me being that angry or ruin a relationship to try to expose someone? Don't even bother. It doesn't matter if the one person that doesn't, they get 90,000 viewers. Let me tell you something about those 90,000 viewers. Those 90,000 viewers are not going to come back years later and save you, or nor will they remember you, because they can't, because the human mind doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. It's not meant to remember everything. It's not meant to remember every single minute piece of detail. Everyone's brain is made differently. It's made uniquely. And whatever you choose to create a moment of or to remember is all up based to you. So never kid yourself. If a person is ready to move on and they're done with the relationship, someone is ready to give you a hug and say, I'm ready to start anew. But the only way that that relationship is going to work is if you learn the lesson from the past relationship. Yeah, those are horrible. Those type of extremes are just terrible and they shouldn't even be allowed. And honestly, anytime that happens, you can report it under harassment. You can report those streams under harassment, and that streamer, if you have the proof, can get banned. It's really easy. Have the proof, don't say nothing, show it to the platform, they're gone. Nothing can ruin any type of person's life than try to expose and ruin someone else's life. Car, how's it going? So that's all I gotta say about that, man. But yeah, that's my stream. I can't believe I streamed for 2 hours. I really need to eat. In my upcoming TikToks, I'm going to make something called It Takes a Second. And the whole purpose of that is just to let people know that whatever it is you want to do in this life, it only takes 1 second to just change your mind. 1 second. You don't need 5 minutes. You don't even need 6 days. You just need a second. Because your brain's going to process a thought before you can even say anything. Anytime, Garda. Anytime. Venting is normal. We all need to vent, especially what's going on with the upcoming special day. If you know what, red, blue, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, and rolls eyes. Because that's going to be a very tiring week for everyone. Next week's going to be very tiring for a lot of people. There was a time where that type of week of red and blue used to be exciting. Now it's just dreading. If I don't make this decision correctly, then I'm going to ruin so many relationships. And it's sad. Y'all say, how you been? So, it's whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much my topic about OCD. A side topic on whatnot. Pretty much it's kind of like a little open discussion here and there, Q&A and whatnot. That's pretty much it. Pretty much all I need to say. And I'm looking forward to just resting and eating, and later on being able to work out, because I definitely need to make sure I work out and lift my weights. That's very important. In my little make-believe wrestling role play that I do with Xander, I made a oh, you need time frames. I got you. Well, thank you for telling me that. When it comes to whatever you're working with, all you have to do is just get in contact with the artist. Let them know that they need to get in contact with me or whatnot, and they'll help. You got the cash, they'll help, and they will give you a time frame. Just ask, say, exactly what's the time frame, how long you will need to have this done. Not when's it going to be done. How long do you need to get this done? And they'll tell you it's going to take 2 weeks. May I have a specific date, please? And they'll tell you the date that I can get this done is such and such date. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. And trust me, I understand you, Carter. I really do. I understand that you can say things, it could be out of context, and people would just think, oh, you're acting like that. No, I get it. I work with individuals who say some of the most harmful things to me, and I just mind my own business. And then they come back and apologize afterwards. No one truly knows what goes on in someone's mind, which is why I do what I can to give people a peace of mind. The one thing that I can clearly state when people hang with me in VR chat is that they always get a peace of mind. And that's why when they come around me, they don't know what to do with themselves when they talk to me, because it's peaceful. I do everything that I can to keep it peaceful. Not perfect. I didn't say perfect. I didn't say you're not going to deal with somebody that's going to be a knucklehead and come and talk about their problems. And I'm just telling y'all right now, that's just real life. Y'all got to learn how to deal with that. I go into people's instances, and one moment I see one of my friends just venting and getting mad. Or I see one of their friends, talking about blah, blah, blah. It's up to me to make the decisions of what I need to do in order to, move forward with the day. I can either excuse myself or I can stay in the middle of it. Well, how come you don't visit a lot of people? How come you don't? Because people got so many problems. And I can't help them with all their problems. So I leave them where they're at. And when they're ready, they know where to find me. It's best if you just talk with her via Fiverr, because she's very communicative there. Her and Ozma, yeah. So. But anyway, I appreciate you all. 3,100 likes, 30 diamonds. No candles, but it's all good. Hashtag LiveFest, all that good stuff, 2024. And to you all, thank you so much. Much love. And continue to reinvent your process till you bleed. Always ask why. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Tuesday, VR. I think Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday I'll probably just game. No VR. Maybe I'll do VR. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it. But Friday is 3 to 5. I already told Crystal this. But Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is still 4 to 6. But I just wanted to just do this little stream because why not? Just want to see what will happen. The case and pretty much the whole moral of the story and whatnot, because I know I talked a lot and went on the deep end, is this is how people with OCD think. So you got to see how OCD works, a little bit how SPCD works and whatnot. So that was just the whole thing. And I just wanted anyone to just like see the examples and talk and pretty much get like a gist of like, wow. So that's how it works. Ozma's also in the Discord still. Yeah, Ozma's still in the Freedom Planet Discord. Yeah, they haven't left. They're still there. I can tag you in it real quick because, yeah, this stream's pretty much done. I'm just yammering on now. Alright, I just tagged you. Yeah, they're still in the server. Okay, so here's the message I got from Hosman. So it says, thanks, man. I'll share the final version with rigging soon. This actually looks really good. Wow. Does he have claws? I'm not sure. Oh, and speaking of which, I had another artist message me. So, Wilkins, what was the real whole point of this stream? Honestly, I just like sparking conversations. About time indeed. Yeah, I told her to send you the files as well, so... Feels good chewing with you as always. Oh, well, I appreciate it. Turtle Cat, good to see you. Yeah, well, I think I'll be going now, Wilkins. Yeah, I think it's time for us to just close shop. Did a little bit too much talking. 2 hours of just non-stop talking. Where's the games? Where's the games? So, yeah. Alright. Much love to y'all. Y'all take care. And I will see you all later. And also, big shout out to Super VIP, Nanaya Melody. So, ye. And y'all take care. And just take this into consideration, right, when it comes to those with OCD. We're not dummies. We are well aware and understanding of, like, our thinking process. But when we have, like, clear answers and understanding, we don't race. And we're more calm. But if not, then we take it upon ourselves to try to figure everything out. So, It's just how we are. And hopefully you all got to your OCD experiences, but that's the best way to deal with OCD. Stop trying to fix everything. If it doesn't work, oh well. People get mad, oh well. You have to think about how do I want to remember this day years later? That makes sense. Alexito, how you doing? When you think about that, how I want to remember this day years later, you're going to stop focusing on what can I do to fix it. Because when you focus on what is it that I can control now, your stress levels are going to go down. We're not built into this world to fix everything. We're not built into this world to try to save the world. The world doesn't need saving. The world just needs changing and love. That's all it needs. That's all it needs. This lie, this myth that the world needs to be saved needs to end. It needs changing and love. Nanai, I just shouted you out. I was just about to end stream. How you doing? You got 1,000 points? Nice. Dexator, good to see you. Yeah, Live Fest is just an event where they celebrate streamers, and whoever wins, I believe, just gets recognized by TikTok. Yeah, that's all it is. It's just a celebration of TikTok. It's nice, it's lovely. I'm doing a lot better. I talked a lot about OCD and provided examples of OCD. I'm rooting for you too. Anyone can be a part of Live Fest. It's not an exclusive event. Make content, put in hashtag LiveFest 2024, and may the best streamer win. Oh, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and lay down. Much love to y'all. Take care. And make sure y'all check out Crystal, and Pointy. They're going to be playing Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Backshot Simulator. So y'all have fun with that. I'm not sure what time, but just be on the lookout for that. Number Frogger, good to see you. So channel's feeling a little dry. I need to provide more content for you all, so I shall do that. Y'all take care, get some fresh air, and eat y'all some nice brunch. And as for you all, thank y'all for stopping by, and I shall see and talk to you all later. Thank you for the love and whatnot, and possible, we'll see about me wanting to contact you. No promises, we'll see. But push come to shove, you may hear from me. Y'all have a good one.
Reinvent till you bleed and always ask why.